Hello friends, let's get into the session 2 of PyTorch Unplugged. We are going to install the PyTorch on Windows first, and what I have is Intel Core Ultra 9 laptop, and we are going to start this in a fully beginner friendly manner, and we will verify it in the laptop locally, and then we will go to Google Colab and we will see how the installation can be done, and it's very easy. First step is to open the command prompt, and it's preferable to go ahead in the administrator mode, and I have done that right in front of you. Let me check if Python has been installed. Yes, the Python has been installed, and you are seeing Python 3.14.0 or any version which is like 3.x. You are ready to go. If it is not available, it is recommended that you download it from python.org/downloads, and please don't forget to tick add Python to path during the setup. This is the first step. You are all done. The second step is to upgrade the pip, which is nothing but the package manager. I'm going to type this command, which you can see in front of you, python-m space pip space install --upgrade pip. This will ensure that the pip is correctly linked to your current Python and is up to date. This step is done. Step 2 done. Step 3, we are going to install PyTorch for CPU version. Now we are going to install the core packages using python-m pip. To avoid path issues, we are doing that. Let me show you how exactly this has been done. This may take a bit of time when you are installing for the first time. And when you install for the first time, you will get a message as successfully installed Torch, torchvision, torchaudio kind of message will come. Since I have tested it, it is saying that the requirement is already satisfied. But when you are installing for the first time, it may take some time. So wait until the successfully installed message comes. All right, I have now installed. We need to verify the installation. So let's go into Python. I'm opening Python right now, and I need to check if things are okay. So let me type the small piece of code here, and you can see that yes, import torch, print torch dot underscore underscore version underscore underscore, and I got the output 2.9.0 plus CPU, and we are printing PyTorch working on CPU. Yes, it's working on CPU, and we are checking if it is true. Yes, this is true. If you see true, your installation is successful. I repeat, if you see true, your installation is successful. You can add Intel extension for PyTorch. We call it IPEX, but currently it is not very much required. No problem is the point I'm telling you. We can do it later. If you want IPEX support, we can do it later, but you may need Python 3.10 or 3.11, and then you can go ahead and install with install extension for PyTorch. Can we go ahead with a quick test right now? Yes, we have to test right now. And what I'm going to show you is we will check if everything works. Don't worry about the code, what I'm typing in front of you. It is just to show you that if things work, and in the output, you should be able to see tensor 8, 10, 12, 14. Means that you have installed everything. Python 3.14 is installed. Pip is configured successfully. PyTorch is running on CPU. Intel optimizations, as I told you, if you want, go ahead and use the Python 3.10 or 3.11, and that will work fine. But for now, I have skipped it. If you need it, you can go ahead with that. Now, what's the next step that we are going to do? We are going to test and install the same thing with the Google Colab, and wait for it. That's going to be interesting too. Alright, now it is time for us to go ahead and get the installation done in the Google Colab. So how do we do it? Go to colab.research.google.com. You need to get into this, and then if you see this, you will have a new notebook option available. Just click this new notebook. That's all. You are all set and all ready to go. It may take a few seconds for you to get it loaded based on your internet speed, but that's okay. Let's wait for it. Now, let's give a name for it, right? we can give a name as PyTorch test or something. PyTorch is what I mean. Alright. Now what is the first step? The first step here is very important. You need to go to runtime where you will be able to identify what is your runtime and you can change the runtime type. You need to change it accordingly so that we can run it with a GPU. I am selecting GPU here and click save. Sometime, remember, if you don't see the GPU option, don't worry. The free tier may temporarily restrict it, but that's fine. CPU will still work for basic learning. Yes, I repeat, the CPU will still work for basic learning. Now I have clicked the connect as you could have seen, and that's going to get it connected. Now you can see that it's all connected and the run type is seeing, and that's going to be T4 GPU. I've just selected it as a GPU. Again, I'm telling you, if you are not seeing it, don't worry. This fundamental learning can go ahead with CPU itself. Colab usually comes with PyTorch pre-installed. To refresh or force an update, we can run the command that I'm going to show you right now. Please follow it step by step. It's very easy. Okay, right. This is the command that we need. Not pip-q install space double hyphen upgrade torchvision torchaudio. That's all. Just issue this command, sit back and relax. It may take some time based on your internet speed. So I am running it right now and you are seeing that the results are available in front of you. It's getting installed. Let's sit back and relax. We use this exclamation mark to run a shell inside Colab. That's very important to understand. Why do we have that exclamation? It is just to run a shell inside Colab. Alright, the execution is complete, but you see an error message here. Don't worry about it. This is a warning, right? This is not a real error. It's a version mismatch warning. That too, you need to understand this very clearly. Colab already had an older library called as FastAI pre-installed. You just upgraded PyTorch to 2.9.0 as per this installation. You can see this here. But FastAI 2.8.4 was built for Torch less than 2.9 version, right? So hence the warning. FastAI 2.8.4 requires less than 2.9, but you have 2.9.0, which is incompatible. So don't worry if this error message comes. Is this a problem? No, absolutely not. Unless you use FastAI, this has got zero impact. PyTorch, torchvision, torchaudio, all will work perfectly for the demos that we are going to run. No, I want to fix it. How do you go about it? I would require you to ignore it. As of now, just ignore it. Just continue working with your notebook. PyTorch code will run fine and it should run fine. No, I want to upgrade FastAI. Can I do it? Yes, you can do it. In that case, you need to use this command. Pip install ---- upgrade FastAI. This is the one that you need to do. Remember, it is only a dependency warning. It is safe to ignore this warning for our series and for you to learn PyTorch. You can use Colab setup as it is and you are good to go. Don't worry. Okay, let's get into the next one quickly. We will test if things are fine. Alright, how are we going to check if installation is all fine? I'm going to run this piece of code and we will see if we get the output. If it's giving us output, everything is fine. We are good to go. We can learn. We can see this. We have got the device used CUDA, the result tensor 68, 1012, and this is how we get the result. Don't worry about what is the result, what is it working with. All those I'll explain to you, but for now you understand that the installation is all perfect. It worked fine and Colab is good to go with PyTorch learning. So what did we understand? We understood that PyTorch can run on the Colab. You can use CPU or GPU as I selected the runtime. We verified the CUDA's availability. That's shown as well. We executed our first tensor operation online and it worked. Don't worry about what is tensor. I'm going to teach you that in the next session. In this session, we quickly understood how we can install PyTorch locally in your PC or how to use it in the Colab. Both are easy to do and we can run, learn and explore with both these options. Let's get into the next session quickly where we will start our next level learn. Thank you.